everyone. It's 11 a.m. EST, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Thank you for joining us for our webinar today about our new plugin, the Process Documenter plugin that's coming with ProcessMaker version 3.3. My name is Summer, and I'm going to be presenting this webinar along with Mauricio Cardenas, a product manager at ProcessMaker, who will be presenting the demo about our new Process Documenter plugin. However, before we get started with the demo, let me first walk you through an introduction about all of the new improvements and features that come with ProcessMaker 3.3.0. Then I'll go into a little bit about why you should document your processes, as well as a little bit about what we'll cover in our demo today. So let me go ahead and get started. So ProcessMaker 3.3.0 comes with a lot of new improvements. One of the biggest ones is that ProcessMaker is now fully compatible with PHP 7.1, which means a big leap in performance and security. We also have end user case reassignment, which allows end users to reassign their own cases if they have the proper process permission. Before, only process supervisors could reassign cases. We also have improved logs and traceability, and if you attended our last webinar, you should know all about this. We also have two really big new features coming with ProcessMaker 3.3.0. The first one is the Process Documenter plugin. So you'll see today that Process Documenter plugin adds a button to the process map, which allows you to create documentation in just a few minutes. And you'll see just how easy that is in just a few minutes. ProcessMaker 3.3.0 also comes with the Google Authentication plugin, which allows end users to log into ProcessMaker automatically using their Google login. And you'll see that in our next webinar on January 31st. So if you're interested in that new feature as well, feel free to register. So that's some of our new improvements and features in ProcessMaker 3.3.0. So first, let's talk about why you should document your processes. So as you already know, in the previous versions of ProcessMaker, we have the process map, which gives you a really good look at all of the tasks and activities and events that go on through your process. However, that's just a surface level look at what actually goes on in your processes. So the reason why you would document your processes is just to get a closer look at what actually happens in the process, what actors are playing a part in that process, as well as some real world situations that you can refer to the documentation to get a solution for. So one of the things that documentation is really handy for is documenting bottlenecks and exceptions that might happen throughout the process. And this is especially relevant to processes that you've already have experience running, but you just want maybe new employees to know, or just people new to the process to know what bottlenecks and exceptions might occur during the process, and then some examples of how to resolve those bottlenecks and exceptions to keep your processes running smoothly. Another thing that documentation allows you to document is the estimated duration of tasks and activities in the processes. So while you have the process map, which documents what activities are occurring, the documentation allows you to document how long you expect those tasks to take, and then allows you to also estimate how long the process as a whole takes. Again, allowing you to more easily see bottlenecks and exceptions that occur when tasks or activities are taking too long. Another thing that process documentation is good for is looking at the information flows in your company. So what you can document using our Process Documenter plugin is how information travels from employee to employee or task to task. Again, I was going through information flows. So you'll be able to see how information passes throughout your company So you know how employees are getting their information, again, allowing you to prevent bottlenecks and exceptions through your processes. And then another obvious thing that you can get with process documentation is training material for your new employees. So when you onboard new employees, you can get them going faster just by providing them with process documentation, so they can get started even more quickly, allowing them to bring more value to your company in a shorter amount of time. It also allows you to keep track of the process history, what changes have been made through different versions of the processes, so you know what needs re-engineering, you know what needs improvement, but you also know what's working to get the most efficient results from your business processes. All right, and then finally, what we're going to cover in the demo today is some of the basic features coming with the Process Documenter plugin. So if you can see on the image on the screen, and I'm sorry if it's a little small, you can see the Process Documenter design interface, which includes a copy of the process map, which allows you to more easily document your processes simply by clicking on the elements on the process map and adding text into the text editor, which you can see on the bottom of the image. You can also see the element inspector, which is in the bottom right corner, which gives you a little bit more detail into exactly what's going on in those tasks, so you don't have to switch back and forth between the process map and the process documenter interface. And then once you finish documenting all of your tasks and activities in the process in this interface, you can go to the document generator and instantly download your documentation in either PDF or .docx format. So that covers the introduction. So now I'm going to let Mauricio take it away with the Process Documenter demo.
Hi, thank you so much for inviting me to this webinar. My name is Mauricio Cárdenas, and I will show you the Process Documenter plugin. This plugin is very interesting in order to document your process, and it's very simple. So I will show my screen, so please give me a moment. Perfect. So I prepare a process to show you and explain how you can start documenting everything. This process is a travel request. It is a very complete process that has many ways of creating an instance of this case. For example, you have the creation of the case through the web application or through a web entry. So the employee can create a travel request. This travel request will be approved by his supervisor. If everything goes well, this process can go to the financial officer in order to approve a cash in advance. If the cash in advance is approved, he will receive a voucher. This process will authorize the travel booking number, and this will generate the final notification. So you can document everything here in a very simple way. What I will do is just go to the Process Documenter option. This will open a new window you will have the process map. Down below, you will have the rich text editor where you can start typing all the document, all the explanation about your process. In the right area, you will have the process inspector that will explain what elements has the process map. For example, I will go to the pool, and I will start defining who are the actors that are involved with this process. So you can change the information. You can start typewriting all what you want to explain. Once you have defined the text you want to provide in this document, you can start using different kind of formats, styles, and many of the options of the rich text editor. Once you have finalized what you want to show, you need to save your changes. Okay, perfect. You can go element by element in this process documenter. So, for example, in this part of the document, you can create new areas because you want to be you want to provide more information in detail. So I will create a new section that is, for example, prioritization. priority. And this section will be created for all the areas. So this is a global section. But for example, if I want just to create a section that is just for certain kind of elements, I can go to administration. And I will go to plugins and the settings of the process documenter. Here I can create different kind of sections. For example, like technical descriptions. And I will create this element just for certain kind of events, for intermediate events. Okay? Perfect. So I can go back to the Process Documenter plugin. I will just show again the screen because I want to refresh. Okay, perfect. So for example, all intermediate events can be described in detail. In this case, for example, I need to go back to the designer. And I will put an intermediate event, like this one. Okay, fantastic. So you can create different kinds of specifications by areas. And for example, let's go back to the description of this priority. If I have, for example, I need more information about a specific task, I can go to the process inspector and I will know which triggers has. For example, escalate like initialization, login, and different kind of triggers. Or I can see what kind of Dynaforms has assigned. So all the information is provided here in the process inspector. Okay, perfect. So once you have defined the whole documentation of your process, you can go to have a preview here. And you will see the whole document, all the areas and all the sections. For example, if I want to hide the type elements, I can just do this because maybe it's not necessary for your document, or I can hide the whole area. So this will be hidden for all the users and because it's not required. And then I can download the document as PDF or as a Word document. Let's see the PDF. Fantastic. So voila, you have already your document prepared. You have all the details about the process map, all the information you have provided in the sections and the areas you have created for your documentation. So this is a simple way of creating everything you need for to document your process.
Thanks, Mauricio, for that excellent demo. So for those of you who are here, if you have any questions, feel free to submit them using the GoToWebinar interface. And then, so while you guys are submitting your questions, let me go through some of the upcoming webinars we have. So on January 31st, we're going to show you how to sign in simply with the Google Authentication plugin. Again, this plugin allows end users to sign up using their Google account. Then after that, we have quick and easy case reassignment, which is on Thursday, February 19th at 11 a.m. New York time. And we'll show you in that webinar how to reassign cases as an end user with a process permission. And then that will conclude our series on ProcessMaker 3.3.0. So this third webinar is about how to upgrade your version of ProcessMaker 2 to ProcessMaker 3, and that will occur on Thursday, March 7th at 9 a.m. New York time.
Okay, there are some questions. For example, it is possible to add custom keys at Elements Inspector? No, unfortunately, we don't have that yet. The next question is there any possibility to download the process used in this training? Well, this process is part of the bundle process. So if you want to download this process, just go to the trial server and just download that process. It's free for everyone. Is there any way to add a section number to the document? Well, we don't have yet the section number, but it's a very good idea, and I will take that in mind in the next version of the process documenter. Thank you. So I believe those are the questions, or there are any more?
Okay, so that wraps up the question and answer session. Again, thank you so much for attending the webinar. We're going to send you, the recording of this webinar in an email either today or tomorrow. And if you have any more questions at all, feel free to contact us at info@processmaker.com. Again, thank you so much for attending, and I hope to see you next time.